Well, hello, we're here for another video. Just don't know. Well, I got my boy and I, we went and got a small buck for hunting season, and he wants to get a European mount. So I've never done on them before, so I figured I'd take you along, see how it turns out. I already got the skull skinned. Skin it like you skin the rest of your deer. Just takes a while. Make sure you have a very sharp knife. It'll be dull by the time you're done because you're cutting directly to bone the whole time. Get as much of the meat off as possible. Take the lower jaw off. Take the eyes out. I've seen some people, I watch a couple of the YouTube videos, some of them don't take the eyes out, and it looks a lot harder when after you boil it versus before you boil it. So make sure you take the eyes out, take as much meat off as possible. Just cuts down on some of your boiling time. I even took a stick, I slammed it down in the brain cavity, wiggled it around a little bit, kind of beat up the brains. This way it's boiling, it's also getting right in there right away, and it's cooking those brains out. So when I pick it up, we're good to go. They'll just fall out. So I got a big pot here. I got it centered on my stove. I got a bucket of water here. And we're just going to fill that up to the base of the horns. No further than this, because you might discolor the horns a little bit if you do. So there, it's just covering the. Now, I'm trying something a little different. I didn't see anyone do this on YouTube, so I'm going to try it. I'm just going to use some chlorine tablets for a pool or a hot tub. Just throw in there with it as it boils. We'll see how it goes. So we'll turn this thing on high. It's starting to kick in. We'll take our chlorine tablets, throw one back there, one up by the nose. I'll keep my bucket of water here because, as everyone knows, water slowly evaporates. We'll have to add a little bit as we go. This will take several hours to do. So make sure you start in the beginning of the day so you don't have to go into the night to do it. So I'll bring you back next time I'm done or checking up on this. All right? So we got 2 chlorine tablets in there and just water. That's all we got right now. And a whole lot of heat. There you can kind of see I got the water filled up just by the horns, just to the base of the horns, but still covering the skull. Got the eyes ripped out, got the brains beat up, got as much meat off as I really can without wasting too much time. And now we're just waiting for the boil. Bring you back when that starts. Well, here now you can see it's starting to boil. You can kind of see what the skulls turn out. You can kind of see it's already cottage cheese-like in there. Nice, and still got the water just at the base of the horns. It's a nice low roll boil. You don't want a hard boil, I guess. That's what I've been seeing. So, still coming along well. It's about 1 hour since we started the whole process, so we'll keep on going. Alright, I came back out to check it. Slowly turning out. Looks like it has a big old booger there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But the meat's slowly starting to come off. The roof of the mouth is coming out. Kind of cottage cheese back here. Slowly coming along. But it's not quite to the top of the skull, so I got to add some water. Alright, starting to roll roll boil. I don't want that, so here we go. There we are. Just top of the skull again. Just at the base of the horns. I can smell that chlorine that's in that water. You can see all this fat here just kind of rolling around. This is all fat here, right there. Fat here, fat there. Here, fat there, fat everywhere, fat. So it's doing something. Bring you back in another little while. All right, so where we are at is here. You can kind of see the eyes have fallen out. Actually, they didn't fall out. I took them out. The sinus cavity, the nose. You can see the sinus cavity there. A lot of meat back here. I didn't really mess with the brain cavity yet, but we're getting there. I cleaned out the water. I just switched out the water, got back up temp, put the horns or the skull back in there. So it's been about 2.5 hours. So I'll bring you back after a while again. Alright, so here I am. I got a commercial grade chemical. It's basically like bleach or chlorine for a pool, but it's like 10 times stronger. So all I'm doing is being very careful. I'm painting it on with a brush, making sure I do not get any on my horns. Trying to work in all the little spots. I got all the cavities cleaned out from any meat, brain matter, boogers from the sinus cavities, just everything. And now I'm just taking some of this stuff. I just mixed a little hot water in with it. And I'm just getting the teeth so you have nice pearly white teeth. Getting in the eardrums here. Right there's a earlobe. You won't be using it much anymore. Here's his other earlobe. Some more of this chemical. Get it right down in there. Just like I said, being careful not to get it on the horns. Getting on his pearly whites, getting it on his nostrils. And we're just going to let it sit. Alright, so there's that. As you can tell, the little nostril pieces on mine came off. They do glue back on, but my boy didn't want them on. He actually liked them better with it off, so he took them off, and I like it better too with them off. Looks a little bit more rustic, I guess would be the right word. And we're just going to let it sit. Probably for, I'd say, about an hour. That's some pretty strong stuff. And we'll see where it goes from there. There we are. We made her. It's all done. Didn't know what I was doing, but it turned out a-okay. You can see the nose piece is shorter. It's supposed to come out about another 1.5 inches. But my boy liked it better without. Quite frankly, so do I. If you remember, I used that industrial bleach. And what it did whiten around the eyes right away. But it left this yellow. But I just left it overnight and it all of a sudden just popped. It popped white. So my recommendation, make sure you wait that 12 hours overnight to see what's going to happen. Another thing that it did do is you can see that pitting around the eyes right here. Here. I kind of like that. It gives it a little bit older look. He has some nice pearly whites. I ran some glue on the inside where you're not going to see it. So the teeth just have a little extra structure. I did have a few loose ones. I guess if you get a little loose, it means you overboiled it. But yeah, it turned out, it's nice and smooth. The horns look nice. My boy's happy with it. I'm happy with it. But it turned out good. Turned out great. The only thing, start out with a very, 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 very sharp knife, because once you're done, it'll be dull. And then just to hang it, went in here, came out there with a piece of paracord as short as I could really tie it. You can kind of see how high I got it. And I just got a hook up here. Because it's so short, it's kind of hard to get on there. But we'll get it. There we go. Make sure it's straight. And that's where it's going to stay. So, you just never know what you're going to see on this channel. Now we got a European mount. We got a snowblower installation on my Cub Cadet. We got woodworking. Just all around, who knows what. You just never know. So, make sure you like, comment. Let me know if you have some tips down below on what I could have done better, what might have worked, what maybe not to do, because like I said, this is my first European mount. I've always liked European mounts. So next year, if I get a bigger one, an 8-point or so, we can do it. I won't have to screw up the 8-point because we got this one done. So don't forget to hit that notification bell down below so you get the next video. And I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.